The studio, the only winner of today's round, I believe. But before I ask you anything about the game, I have a very important question. Your dress.
Yeah, it's a Russia. They've Russia today, so you see.
No, I understood this is a Russian flag, but my question is like, did you buy it or it was specially tailor-made?
Well, actually, the second time I wore it, and the first time I wore it, it was in 2012 in Istanbul Chess Olympiad.
But it was bought or it was tailor-made?
No, it's just by coincidence I found it. You see, when I see the Russian flag,
no, I know when you see chess motifs, when you see the Russian flag.
So no, it was just by chance I found it somewhere a long time ago, and yeah. So.
And my second question before we get into the game, because I was discussing it with Miro, and at some point, like, okay, we had different opinions, and since like your name was also involved in this, I was thinking like we spoke about, for example, like Anna Muzichuk's tournament, and I said like it is probably for her not so easy to keep the motivation in a way when she believes that the chance to become first in this tournament is gone. And then I said that winning 40,000, 30,000 or even 25,000 euros, it will not change her life because, well, I believe that's the most important thing for girls like her, for you or for Maria is the first place, and anything else, like all the other places, it will not make such a big difference between 10 or 15,000 at the end. And Miro said like maybe not now, but in a few months. And now I'm wondering about your opinion on that.
Well, money has never been motivation for me, in all my life. I couldn't, force myself to play because of high prizes, and it usually works. I mean, I play chess not because of money. Of course, I'm very happy that today, I think, compared to, for example, 20 or 30 years ago, women are, in such great financial conditions. We don't just play chess, but we also can earn, and pretty decent money, I believe. But still, okay, I checked, the first prize and the last prize because I know how it goes with me. Just to find out what I'm playing for, money-wise. But well, I cannot quit the tournament, right?
No,
and I am very disappointed about the level of my play, because it's a pity, to qualify for such a prestigious tournament and then play so badly. So I'm just, my motivation is to play a good game every day, to make good moves, to try to enjoy chess. Of course, I'm not fighting for any prizes at all here. I'm not thinking about it, but I'm just playing chess.
And what do you think, like, do you believe or do you have a reason for yourself or an explanation why this tournament is not going the way you would have loved it to go?
Well, I have, different thoughts about it, of course, but I think it's better right now to finish the tournament and then to analyze it calmly. Of course, I have some ideas what could have been done better, but anyway, we're playing right now chess and trying to do the best.
So, when you said chess, we will go now to your game. And our first question was like here, to Miro and me, it seemed like that a move like knight d4 is sort of automatic. You went for h4 and,
right.
Well, I would like to know like your mindset, what you were thinking. Probably you considered knight d4 and you considered h4, and what was for you the reason you...
Since I opted for h4, I thought it's the best move in this position. It's the strongest one. I didn't play knight d4, also it was tempting, especially against Valentina, not to get into complications. But I didn't like bishop h4. It's queen e3, then I thought, and castle f4, and my position is better.
It's better, yeah.
But somehow I believe that h4 is just stronger here. I might have been mistaken, but who knows?
I can confess I checked it.
Yes, and?
Knight d4 is clearly stronger.
Yeah,
okay,
but then it means I was wrong, but,
At least, to a weak engine it was like this. I checked it because I was curious, because...
But if you wait a bit, who knows?
No, who knows, of course. The thing is like also... since if I was you in this position and I play against Valia, I would play knight d4 without even thinking, limiting any kind of dynamics. But I'm like more a careful player, especially knowing Valia. So
well, here I was hesitating because, of course, knight d4 was the move to make without even any thinking. But then when I started to think, I thought that h4 is the strongest move, and that's why I made it.
The thing is, like, the way it come into it happened in the games, this was actually
Can I
the
show
most...
one
Yes, please.
line, very nice line, because I thought she was going to play knight a4 and rook c8.
We thought bishop takes c2 first, but I'm not sure.
Rook d5. And that's what I calculated, and I just couldn't, I just need to show it.
Yes, we saw this mate. Actually, we saw this mate in a lot of frequencies, and I will show you that you had another chance to play for it in your game,
but queen d7, yes, is stronger. Somehow I missed it, I can say. And king b1, I was not happy about this move, king. I don't know what. Maybe rook h2 e1, I was thinking.
I'm not even sure where Valia went wrong, because at some point you were totally winning again. But I
think that my position is just better. Again, I might be mistaken.
No, up to this moment, this seemed to be quite double-edged but balanced for both colors. But this is
thought
only...
that black is far behind in time and in
time. Okay, this is not even a matter of discussion.
Well, you should keep it in mind. I think it's a big advantage.
In such a complex position,
yes.
Of course, you're right. But I thought, like, Valia, until this moment, is so much used to be in time trouble in every game. So,
well, still, yeah. Well, king b1, I was not very happy about that move.
No, of course, king b1
because
is not the move you
she can play knight a4. And bishop takes c4 doesn't work anymore. It works. I was thinking about making this move anyway, but the problem is that she takes
bishop
here.
Takes c2, that's what we're calculating, and rook c8,
yes,
and we didn't see what you do.
Go away, for example, rook takes c4, and I didn't like this.
Well, this is also not a position I would like to have against Valia, to be honest.
Well, again, here I'm trying to play, chess. Of course, I have this feeling that I play against Valia, but when I play chess, I'm trying to make the strongest move, despite the fact. If I have,
an option or style option,
we've discussed it with my husband. I think he's not happy that I opted for h4, because we discussed with him many times the strategies, where to choose, where to pick, and I think...
Well,
Okay,
I can tell you that my coach actually, at some point, like, I had a coach in the European Championship, and he was telling me it's better to play against the weakness of your opponent than to go for some kind of variations which suits their style.
Yes.
You do like what objectively is you think requires the current position, and you don't take into account if your opponent is tactical, like positional,
no, I understand.
Two approaches. I'm not sure what is better, to be honest.
Well, it's safer to play knight d4, of course, but okay. Anyway, here I played knight d4, but somehow
I was still.
Why didn't you play queen a6? I don't know.
Actually, bishop takes c4. Why didn't you do this?
Where?
When you could.
After knight a4?
No, like in the position you showed, just,
Here.
taking on f5, you took on f5.
Yes.
And then you took on d5, yes, and after bishop f6, you played bishop g4.
No, bishop f6 is a terrible move. I just don't, okay, she has two options here. Either to play queen e6, double attack.
But queen e6, we were not afraid after bishop takes c4.
Yeah, but still, she's taking...
And then rook d7 we thought as the easiest.
Yeah, well, I hope that it will work, but... So it's one option, but then queen b6, I don't know, queen e5. Anyway, but I think she will go... the only move here is to take on f2.
But this endgame we take on c4.
Rook, bishop c4...
And bishop e3.
Yes, rook g2, and if not, rook a5, trying to trap this knight, then rook g3.
We were not even considering rook f5. We just wanted to take on e5.
And here rook d8. So I didn't want to go bishop e3 here.
And why not in this whole variation? I cannot take on. If I take on e5, you play bishop f6, and then you take on b2. And
there is bishop b3 here.
Actually, I think this is what Miro suggested, and he was very happy about that.
I liked it. Well, but still, black has to go here.
Well, this was the
I mean,
only thing she could have done,
yes,
actually.
because
This is
after
true.
bishop f6, it's clear that I should be winning. I mean,
But
okay,
now-
I was not precise.
We are wondering, why didn't you take on c4?
It's a good question.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm asking.
I don't remember knight b6, what I was scared.
Okay, even knight b6, bishop b3 in the worst case.
Maybe, I don't know. Somehow knight takes b2 somewhere, maybe I didn't like. I thought that bishop g4 is just very strong.
No, bishop g4 is absolutely fine because actually I will show you like how you get back to this.
I could have
this kind of
checkmated
funny-
her, right?
Even here, bishop e2 we thought.
Well, okay, bishop
And then,
b3.
no, look, but bishop e2 I show you. And then after
queen
queen takes
g6.
g3, bishop takes c4. I know it not in this position. It
wow.
was it
Wow.
was not in this position,
I
but it
think
was
here,
in some position.
Here, I think here bishop e2.
Exactly in this one.
Sorry, I didn't
then-
consider it. You know, rook h to d1 seemed so natural.
Yeah, but this was a funny part. Now you have time to take on c4, and that's what we were thinking. Because since you have seen this idea
Nice.
all the time,
Well, I
actually-
mean, here it's just you know, sometimes you just don't look for such.
no, you forget
moves.
about it even like that.
Well,
so
you just
look
don't.
for it.
I mean, you don't look for it because rook h to d1 seemed very strong.
No, it's very natural, of course.
Yes, rook f8. I was surprised again. But then I realized that her idea is to play c3 and knight b2. That's what she's hoping for. At least that's what I thought. And it's lucky. I mean, she's lucky that she doesn't lose immediately after rook a5 because she has queen e8. She cannot retreat her knight because of bishop c5.
Yeah.
So, but after queen e8, I mean, I was trying and trying. I like the move queen f3 so much, but somehow I didn't see how I win.
calculation.
How I win here.
You wanted to sacrifice a queen somewhere? or
No, I want to trap her queen after bishop h5. That's the threat.
Miro gives this rule that you should never play for trapping the queen because it's
really?
bad news. And this was actually
Okay.
the game between Tan Chong-ki and Lucknow when Tan Chong-ki had clear
Yeah, but
advantage.
she didn't choose the right way. She played rook e4. If she plays rook c1, then with the idea of bishop c2, she was winning there.
Yeah, but if she
So-
wouldn't even think about it and just plays the normal moves like taking on a5, she would just be in a pawn up
Well,
without any.
yes, again,
issues.
you know, I should learn this this style of just playing. I mean,
Play less
natural moves.
complicated,
Yes,
probably, like-
okay. Anyway, I'm still trying to make the strongest move, and that's my
That's-
my minus my problem because
It takes time,
It takes
it
time,
gives
energy,
energy.
and I don't succeed.
Well, you
That's the
cannot
worst.
always succeed in this,
Right.
but it's
That's
just
the worst
um,
case. Okay, but anyway, queen f3 was very tempting. After bishop h4, I thought that queen h3 might work, but then after bishop f2, and queen will go on to b6 somewhere.
and,
I mean,
Valia's back on
yes,
her
I calculated
position.
and calculated and calculated, and then finally I played rook d6 and queen h3, and I thought that I'm winning here. Okay, I had this h5 move.
But what you did was great, and then we were wondering that you didn't continuing the way we thought you would continue.
Maybe, but then time trouble game. I mean, here was, but I didn't. I mean, I was afraid she will sacrifice the exchange somehow and take on b2.
Well,
I
of
was not
course,
sure.
but what you did was excellent,
Okay, yeah,
and I
that's
show
what
you
I
like
thought that it-
here. No, wait, and here g4.
G4.
And then after taking on h4, you play queen g2, and you have some issues on h7, which you will
okay,
not
queen
solve.
g2,
And
somehow I
probably
didn't-
she can resign on the spot, probably.
Yeah,
At least
well,
with
I
30
felt
seconds.
that I'm winning completely, but
And
somehow
we thought like this was the whole idea because now, I mean, there's no
Yeah.
move, and with 30 seconds or what she had left, it
well,
was
somehow
anyway.
I thought, you know, I didn't. I mean.
After e4 again, she had some
yes.
chances.
I
At
thought
least, and
that
you have to
I'm winning.
calculate
That's a
again.
problem, yeah. But somehow I missed this move. I mean, I saw this, but I didn't. I thought that I will play rook d5 and then g4 and will win. But somehow after g4,
Did you play it here?
no, I didn't play because I was afraid of some tricks from her side. Don't remember
Well, I
what
would
side,
always be
connected with
afraid from
knight-
some tricks
with
from her
knight
side,
b2.
to be honest.
I kept missing some small tactics, but I was fortunate to notice it before actually making the move. For example, here, okay, I'm completely winning.
One question. I mean,
Yes.
I did calculate. The rook takes e5 is a problem because
Here?
she takes. Yeah, no, just to show it to the
Well,
audience
she
because.
takes with the queen.
And if you go somewhere, you take on c3. That
Or
was the
on
idea.
b2.
No, I mean, I just asked because I mean, I didn't make the calculation.
I didn't want to leave the knight alive. I mean, here, at first, I thought that I can just, take this knight and, I don't know, and play g5 and...
Be out of.
Yes. But then
Dynamical
somehow, well, I managed to ask myself to calculate a bit. And I didn't see anything. Although here I kept missing some small tag. For example, I was going to play bishop b3.
Yeah, this was the alley
And
move.
then rook f2. I was about to play bishop b3, and then
This is funny because we had this huge.
maybe I'm still winning.
This is a
Maybe rook
moment,
c1.
yeah, but this is a
just simply
moment,
rook-
like when we had like Miro and me saying like what would be the Miro move and what would be the alley move, and I said like alley move is bishop b3, Miro move is queen d7, and we were puzzled for which of these two moves
Yes,
we
but
would
here
go
it's-
for. Okay, I didn't see this rook f2 at all, to be honest.
No, so I'm still winning. But when I realized that there is
Rook
this
takes F2.
possibility, okay, again, I asked myself to look for other, more
Tactical
opportunity. Okay,
issues,
queen
but-
d7 looked very nice, but here my idea was to play queen e7. And somehow I realized that after bishop a3, I'm
Well, are you
still winning probably, but although I wouldn't be so sure.
I
I
mean,
don't
you
know.
have some intermediate move like bishop d2 will not.
Queen
with
b2
the- no, I
checkmate.
know.
Bishop d4, queen c1, checkmate. And,
Okay,
and
this
queen
is
takes
not-
f8, bishop takes f8, queen b4 is a threat. So then again, I...
The game starts from the beginning.
Well, not really, because I was sure that I'm winning. I just need to be careful, but there are 3 minutes left and 3 moves to make. Okay, managed again to calculate, I think, calmly. And realize that after queen takes b5, there are no more tricks because her king is also quite
Of
weak. I mean,
course,
rook takes f2 doesn't work here, obviously, because of
Mates,
back rank mate, yeah. And after bishop a3, yes, that's not enough resources on the board, even for Valentina. So run out of pieces here.
No, here it was already clear that there's no
Yes.
more resources even for the magician to come up with something surprising.
Right.
Actually, like since you said like that you always opt for the best move, which
Well, I'm
means
trying to.
You're trying, but this is mean like that
The
you
strongest,
are when
not the best.
No,
I mean,
the strongest,
strongest and the
sorry.
best, it's...
A difference, okay.
Yeah.
And this means like that you are, when it comes to this approach at chess, like a perfectionist. Could we say that?
I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a
No,
perfectionist.
like, but at least like you would try for the strongest. Is
I
it like
will.
similar to your character in life when you take decisions or when you have to do something? Would you think there's a similarity between this approach in chess and in life?
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I prefer to make things done than to try to make them perfect. I think it's more important to make things done.
Yeah.
Because if you're, opting for perfection every time, then it's very difficult. Sometimes you just will.
You might be even disappointed when it
Yes.
doesn't happen to be this
So
way.
I don't know. I mean, of course, I like to do things well if I do it, but again, if there is a choice to do something, to make something done well, or to opt for perfection, I think I'll
Go for the
Yeah.
other approach.
I'll
Okay.
go for the first one.
Though I think it is time for you to have a rest because I believe playing Valia and playing such a game will take, at least for me, it would have taken all my nerves. So I believe that for you it's a good moment to give you the rest. And thank you a lot. It was
You're
very
welcome.
inspiring. And I wish you good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.